Okay, happy Monday morning, and with a dosage of fan service, boobs, and more boobs, I want to talk about Hentai. Are you willing to fall in love with a pervert? Are you willing to fall in love with a girl as long as she's a pervert? Episode 10. Can you imagine 10? 10? 10 episodes of this, and we only got 2 episodes left down the line? Boy, I can't imagine why a show like this is really a one-liner part, because the main character is going through a rough patch. He's going through a rough patch. And by rough patch, I mean trying to find out his Cinderella. But we all know who the Cinderella is. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. Don't get me wrong. I understand that Team Sayuki fans are out there. Team Koga fans. Team Nanjo. Team Fujimoto. I get that. I get that. But guys, there are some times in life in the waifu wars, you got to admit defeat. Now, in this case, before I get to that, but like I said, episode 10 just shot out. Just proves that Keiki is a one-liner guy who just trying to figure out his ways to become what he is. I mean, last week he was a master, and then he now a slave. He did a full 180. So now in this episode, he became a slave. And him doing his slave work, I gotta say, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the guy. He actually did his thing. Now, another thing about this is that not only he was a slave to Koga, serving food, doing all that stuff, as soon as we got to this part, we talk about the boobs. Now, I get it. We all live in a world of anime culture when it comes to boobs. There are some of us who prefer big boobs and some who prefer small boobs. But that's the joy. That's the joy of anime. Or people enjoy the girls based off their personalities, rather it's a yandere or tsundere or kundere, doesn't matter. But when it comes to boobs, though, that's the different story. Now, I get where Keiki's coming from, and he got good taste. I get it. He said he prefer push come to shove. If there push come to shove, what he prefer the most is big boobs, soft cushion pillows that just rub your cheeks around just to feel it. I get it. I get it. And I like how you said, like, boobs are precious. They're unique, and I get that. But he preferred big-breasted girls. He doesn't have a problem with small boobs. He doesn't have a problem, but he preferred big-breasted girls. Now, I'll be honest to myself. You see, when it comes to my favorite girls in anime, 80% to 85% of the girls that I like have big boobs. Like, I'll give you examples. Centaura from Monster Bensune, I can accept that. Urza from Fairy Tail, I can accept that. I'm trying to think of another one. Oh, Tsukiyumi from Sekirei, I can understand that. Or what's that girl name? Lokowa from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Or Delta from Heaven Lost Property. Sayiko from High School of the Dead. Ikumi from Food Wars. You know, I have a list. Most of them, like I said, 80 to 85% of them have big-breasted girls. Whereas the other ones are just like, they're my favorite girl, but doesn't have big-breasted, like Noelle from Black Clover. Or, what's that other girl I'm trying to think that has like the blue-hair girl from Shimamano Testament. She doesn't have big-breasted, but I give her that. The childhood friend of Basada, I can understand that one. But you see what I mean? Like, I get that. I get that little percentage part. But still, we live in a world where you got big-breasted girls, and we do have a taste for big-breasted girls in anime, and I'm not going to go on the details of that. But we get it. So I applaud Keiki on his one-liner said boobs are precious and that stuff, so I get where he's coming from. Even though we have a push and shove match with him, like liking boobs, I could accept that. But his taste, I could also approve. Boobed, big-breasted, mothers approve. This guy got it. Now moving on. So he's trying to figure out trying to be a slave, trying to figure out who the Cinderella is. You know, okay, it wasn't Sayuki, so he thought Koga was the one. And trying to pretend to be a slave was really hard for him. He had to beg, say about Wolf. He had to go shopping, just like a butler, like a fake ass Sebastian look-alike Black Butler shit, whatever, and he's trying to just like go in town, trying to serve up the princess, that kind of thing. What she's trying to do is doing what every Disney princess want to do, make the prince do all the work. So I get what she was trying to do, just trying to force everybody to like, okay, go shopping with me, take care of the spider in the bathroom, and she freaked out. I mean, he was afraid of a spider too. I mean, that was a real spider there. I thought she was joking. To be honest, I thought she was joking, but when she actually saw the spider, it actually freaked her out, and he literally freaked out as well. And I'm like, you're afraid of spiders, but then again, the giant insects thing, explanatory. Okay, so the bed scene, you know, it was Koga's moment. This was her moment to realize why she was alone and why she is what she is. And with her grandmother, I get it. It's very touching, very sad, why she was alone. And due to Keiki's motivation, trying to be the one that she is, we get that he's very nice to them. And then, you know, that was an awkward fall. I mean, how you walk straight and then fall? But that's every anime cliche thing. When they fall, there's a problem. And then just when I thought he was gonna find out about the panties, but actually he took his boxers. I think if he has a drawer, and I mean, like, if he invited more girls in his room, he gotta put a lock on his drawer to make sure no one will come in. But as process of elimination is concerned, you know it's not Sayuki. He knows it's not Koga. So who he think is the Cinderella of the white panties? I mean, just think about it. You just saw Sayuki. She admitted she's a pervert. She's out. Koga just admitted stealing boxes or stuff, but she's not the Cinderella. So now you're down to like, okay, process of elimination. You know it's not Sayuki. You know it's not Koga. You know it's not Nanjo. And you definitely know that's not Fujimoto because she has that smell fetish of yours. So, if you think about it, guys, the last person that he needs to think about is his, quote, sister. Now, I'm gonna say this right down the middle. The sister is the owner of the white panties. It's like, from watching this, you know it's not them. So now you got, the sister has got to be the last thing you guys would expect. I mean, me personally, I thought the sister, the moment I realized I think the sister was the owner, and part of that list was like somewhere down the line of like episode 3 or 4. But still, who is the last? I mean, come on, guys. You guys don't think the sister is? I sure do. I like how. Oh, and by the way, I like how we get in this twirly bird of Soma and her. You know, the white hair bunny girl. She is defining the Like, okay, let's be honest. Is the #1 yandere of all time. We get that. There is nobody who could top Nobody. And you can name every yandere. You can name every yandere in every anime, but you cannot stop And what what Soma's best friend, the little girl, just showed us is that she is a stalker to the core, writing notes about every 10 minutes of what Soma does, has photos of Soma wherever he goes. This girl is the ultimate, well, I'm not saying she's the ultimate stalker, but writing things down on a daily basis on her diary and all that stuff, and writing she has every volume collections from 1 to 100 about Soma that really explanatory that she really has feelings for him. And Soma's and the MC's best friend is being a total jerk, not realizing, okay, I get it, he's a lolicon, I get it, he's very open, but like I just said, she has feelings for you. Go for it. Just take a step back from his loliconness and just go for the girl. But no, he ain't. He's still not. I mean, I know I don't know if he's taking it shortly. I'm not sure if he's taking the relationship slowly. But the way how this is, he feel like I don't want to be in this kind of thing. Kind of like that Future Diary, but still, moving on. Now, Fujimoto gave the MC some tickets for the pool, which means, guys, you know how this works. Every harem anime, harem etchiness, there's gonna be a time when we get a beach scene, and you know how beach scenes are. I mean, have you seen Have you seen Shimamau no Testament? Have you seen Saki Ray? Have you seen To Love Ru? Have you seen Heaven Lost Property? You can name every harem ecchi anime you can, but regardless, we're gonna get a beach episode. And next week we're gonna get a beach episode. Now, how much you wanna bet? The ticket is up to 5 people. So if you think about the 5 people, you just think about this. It's the main character, Fujimoto, Koga, Nanjo, and his sister. So those are the 5. Obviously. But still though, next week, episode 11, and we're getting closer to it. So now, I'm telling you right now, next week is going to be a beach episode. And what better way to have a good beach episode with this kind of show? Let's see how this works out next week for the main character to find the Cinderella, which was obvious to us still. Both that we realized that still the sister is the owner. So I look forward for next week's episode, and I hope you will.